The microaggression is very loud in this episode. I feel like we just need to wrap it up. We're only in episode 9, and this is gonna go on for like 6 weeks. Yeah, it's a long ride. So Shaq needs to go home. We need to whatever UK needs to do to vote him out, please do it. Please do the right thing for once. Because the voting didn't make sense. I don't understand why Whitney was in the bottom. Like between Leon, like I love, I'm here for the black girlies. But out of Leon and Whitney, like who is giving in the season? It's Whitney. Leon is giving nothing. I know because she's with Scott and everything, and people are looking for that interracial couple thing, but Whitney should not have been the bottom. I don't understand why. So I feel like the next voting, please vote well. The UK, please vote well. We can't vote, but y'all that can vote, please vote well. Respectfully, please do. Sammy, I heard Samia and Whitney are friends, and the fact that she's telling Jess that Whitney is rude, I don't like. People need to look at definition of rude because Whitney was not rude. Her tone remained the same. She was respectful. There was no rudeness there. So Sammy, please, please don't piss me off. Jess, victim every day. Like she's been playing victim since this season started. Victim every time when she's in the damn wrong. The fact that she's out here going to Whitney to say, are we friends? Ask for a hug. It's giving fakery. It's giving fakery. This friendship, we need to sit down and assess, like, is this real or are we just playing for the cameras? Because I don't see friendship here. Your friend literally communicated immediately and told you that, girl, I'm always here for you. I can read the room when it comes to you. But if the other way around, you don't see it. Everything is jokey, jokey, jokey. I'm not your joke. Slander, slander, slander all the time from you. And she's basically said, that's rude. It's not rude. Your friend is having a conversation with you about how she feels. She's not being rude and just walks away, which basically means there's some truth to it. When you're having a conversation with someone, a serious conversation, and they dismiss it and walk away, there's something there. You're saying the right thing and they just don't want to hear it. That's what I see from Jess. Then she goes up to the girls crying, and the girls are feeling sorry for her. Can these girls, where's the thought process? What are they thinking? Like, who is actually hurt in this whole damn villa? Who is being screamed at constantly in this whole damn villa? Why are we feeling sorry for Jess crying after the girl that's hurt explained why she's hurt to Jess? Millie goes to Whitney and said, Jess, she's upset. End this episode now, because that's what I was feeling like. End it now. Cut the cameras. Who's really upset here? We have Whitney sitting there being screamed at by this Shaq. Even the name Shaq rhymes with the aggravation. And Whitney's like, girl. All because Jess is crying don't mean she don't want to upset. Then Millie's like, yeah, I know you're upset, but Jess is upset because you're upset. I'm like, Millie, please. Tommy and Sean are the only ones that are making sense. They're the only one that actually thought about what's going on. The thought process, was giving. They were like, we haven't seen Shaq like this before. Like, this is wrong. He's doing something wrong. Like, this is not good. And you remain team furniture. You did absolutely nothing but sit there and not talk to Shaq and say, stop the aggravation, stop the screaming. The veins are out. Scott, like, you're not doing enough for me. Like, Leon out here saying, like, you don't get caught up in drama, don't do too much. This is your friend. I don't give a damn. Leon is not Whitney's friend. They ain't friends. I feel like it's just, business as usual. They ain't friends. If they were friends, she would stand up for Whitney, but I feel like she's always trying to protect her own image because of, obviously, in her season, she wasn't that good of a person, but she got a lot of backlash and everything. So I feel like she's trying to protect her image. I mean, everybody there to protect their images. Like, a lot of people are fake, they're not real, but Whitney, she is a real girlie. She's being herself while these people are trying to protect their image. When, as even if you're not friends, as a black to black girl, like, you should stand up for your girl, but no, it's business as usual. But people are saying, like, maybe they did have that conversation, but I'm thinking, like, why did production not show it? Like, we have Shaq constantly screaming in the whole damn villa, like, there's something up. Like, he has drunk a little too much. The veins are rising. Like, something is going on. He's not okay. Shaq is fake. He's trying to show us, like, fake personality. Like, he's a good person. He does things right. He takes accountability. Like, now the real you is being exposed. The mask is off. He's been having this mask for a very long time. And the mask has been off since the day he basically said that he's not going to be kissing two girls at the same time. And then he did it and said, he's not feeling guilty about it. That's exactly who he is, was trying to portray all this good person. So while Chuck is out here screaming his veins, screaming his lungs out, he's telling the boys, I'm gonna stand up for her. I guess we're not friends. All these things. I'm like, you were never Whitney's friend. He has something against Whitney, and it's not just because of this game. He's been waiting for this time. So after he's screaming as long, it goes up to Whitney saying, I need to talk to you. Then she's like, boy, calm down. If you're going to talk to me, all these hand gestures, sit down, calm down, humble the tone. And he said he's going to humble his tone. He's going to talk, with brain. And he never did. He continued raising his voice. Like he actually has a problem. He has a big problem. Then he's basically saying that, talked about the belt thing, the AJ thing. It makes no sense to me. Nothing to argue about. Like, boy, you're just trying to make yourself look good when you don't look good anyway. You don't look good anyway. You say, you trying to make me feel like I'm hurting Elena. Boy, you been doing that all the damn day. He basically said, you told me that I'm coming for AJ character. She never said that. The girl said AJ is someone like she's all upon you, all these things. You know this in the beginning. Like Shaq basically said that's one thing that he liked about her. Then all of a sudden you're saying is an ick later. So she said it doesn't make sense because that's who AJ is from the beginning. So that should not be an ick. The way he was screaming still, and Whitney's like, calm the tone, calm down. He basically walked away. He deserves a slap. It deserves a slap, a serious slap to kind of reset his memory, reset his brain. That's what he needed at that moment. Scott and Kieran are talking about the difference between character and characteristics, and I'm pissed off with their conversations. Like, it makes no sense. Scott and Kieran, they just wanted screen time. It made no sense. It added nothing to what was going on. So, bye. In the midst of this chaos, while I'm watching this, I'm pissed off at everybody. I have Millie walking to Scott, was asking Scott for a chat. I'm like, girl, it's not a time for this. Can't we give it like a day? Sure, they're going to Scott thanking him for everything he's done. I'm like, okay then. Everybody pissing me off already. We have Jack even making it worse. I only tolerated Jack because of Whitney. Because I was not here for it. And I was side-eyeing Jack. Because I'm thinking like when another girl come in, things can change. Like we know how this man, how things work in Love Island. So I was side-eyeing all the time. He basically said he didn't like how she came across. It wasn't nice to hear. He basically said, girl, you were doing too much. Winnie looked at him like that, and I'm like, yeah, that's the only look I would give him too, because what is going on here? You never like Whitney, please. You never liked Whitney. You just wanted to do it for the boys. You never liked Whitney. You never did. You wasted her valuable time. That's the thing. Like, let's not settle. Let's stick to our standards, because this is what happens. She gave this baby daddy a chance to get to know him and everything, and he didn't stand up for her. This is the second time Jack has failed, and it continues to fail. And then we have Jack talking to Tommy, basically says she's always getting herself, in the middle of this kind of stuff. And I'm like, it's episode 9. How many times has Whitney got herself in the middle of stuff? Just as one time. And this time she's just opinionated, having their own, saying her own opinion. But it's Shaq that's shouting at her for absolutely no reason, for an unknown beef that we're not aware of, because there's something deeper than the damn game. So Jack, you're full of shit. Then the next day, Jack talks to Kieran and says, she always finds herself in crossfires. And I'm like, Jack, what are you saying? List how many crossfires has been. Because you're just trying to find a way to leave the damn girl. You never liked her. You were just being fake. Scott and Winnie, they have a conversation, and it's like, okay, finally we have someone that can let Winnie talk, let Winnie say her piece, let her just talk and say exactly how she feels, let everything all out. So I like this for Whitney. So we have Shaq talking to Helena, basically saying, when I'm in a relationship, my partner, they gotta be Christian. And I'm thinking like, boy, you only remember you were Christian after Belle talked about it. After you've kissed many girls, you've kissed Elena, y'all rocked it on the bed, y'all did whatever you were doing, then you remember that, she gotta be Christian. Like, please. Elena basically says, yeah, I used to go to Sunday school. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to secure a man. And I think like Shaq is trying to leave Elena. So coming up with this Christian conversation, she was basically waiting for Elena to say no, like she's not a Christian or all these things, so it can kind of go off with Belle. That's what it was given to me. But Elena said, yeah, I'm gonna stick beside her. And I'm thinking like, did you ask AJ as well, like, is she Christian before you start kissing her? You know, if Christianity is what you really value, like Elena has finally got to her senses and basically says, it's giving placeholder. I'm out here sitting around while he's just going out with the girls and then comes back to me. Like, what's going on here? Yeah, wake up, girl. Then we have Jack and Whitney having a conversation, and this conversation pissed me off because what kind of man is this? You know, what kind of man is this? A man that can stand up for a woman that he claimed that he likes. You know, he basically is not here for the drama. Like the only drama he get involved with is anything that has to do with, both. If they're in a partnership, like, but anyone outside of both of them, any drama outside of both of them, like he's not ready to get involved. Whitney then started to express the way she was feeling. She was like, "Boy, did you not see the way that man was swimming at me? All these things." I'd be like, Whitney, she's a strong woman. If it was me, I'll be crying. I'll be crying. One thing is she knows how to hold death. She knows how to hold the tears. Yeah, sometimes maybe she needs to let it out. The tears are working for people. And then Jack's response is like, I don't really care about that story. Immediately said that I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. Like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. He said he doesn't care about that story. Like, you don't give a, you never cared for Whitney. Like, it really shows. It really, really shows. He basically said he doesn't feel like he's the right guy for her. That when he said charge it to the game, please. Yeah, I agree. Let Whitney continue to say charge it. People should leave her alone. That's the only word that she can use to kind of hold her emotions. That's the only word that's getting her by. That's the only word that's getting her by this Love Island season. So she said charged the game and left. As she should. And Jack is out here saying that, do you not want to hear? Do you not want to let me explain? It's like, what's there to explain? He basically said you're not the right guy for her. Why don't I just sit down and hear stupid explanation? This is not the first time that she has to walk away when that man is speaking bull. Then goes to the guys and like, y'all know how she is. I'm thinking like, how is she? Expand on that. He said, "Yo, no, how she is." She just said, "Charge it, charge it, charge it." She didn't want to hear me explain, what, why I said what I said. It's like, boy, please, Jack, go home. The fact that I called Whitney childish, boy, you the childish one. The whole, when Connor came into the mix, and he's basically said he doesn't know how he can handle that. He doesn't know how he's gonna fight for his girl because there's another guy involved. It's like, do you really like her? That guy was never the right guy for her. She needs a man. She needs a man. But I don't think she's gonna find a man here. Continue wearing those wigs that you have to promote your business. Yeah, that's all she needs to do because I don't think anyone is gonna come in and match an energy. And the part that the bombshells that came in, like, oh, justice for Whitney. When Scott heard from Whitney that Jack ended it, he basically said that's a cop out. Facts. He's been waiting to end this. He's waiting for a new bombshell to come in and just end it with Whitney like he never liked her. Then we have Jess and Whitney having a conversation. Jess basically started off, I didn't read the room. Sorry. And then it goes off. It went downhill. It went downhill because I'm thinking like, Jess, Whitney basically said, I'm always here for you. All these things when it comes to me, you're nowhere to be found. And her response is that, it's just a little bit of banter. It's just really a friend. Like, I don't really get her. She goes off to Belle and Leon, start crying and saying that she's a shit friend. And I'm like, okay, Jess, I don't agree with a lot of things, but yeah, you're a shit friend. You're a shit friend, and that's what you are. Shaq is a demon. Shaq is a demon. It was never Whitney's friend, and I'm glad the situation happened so Whitney can finally see him for who he really is when she looks back at this clip. Because Jack, same day, Jack broke it off with Whitney. Then the night when they're getting ready, Shaq basically said, I got something to tell you. Go for Jess. And Jack was like, yeah, I kind of been thinking about that. Jess, out of everybody, Jess, Whitney's friend, you are diabolical. Okay, so the bombshells are Lucinda and Curtis. Lucinda, you just won Love Island Games 2 seconds ago. This Love Island All Star should not be every year, as people have said. It should be like some few years back when we've kind of developed stars because many people in this damn villa, they don't have the All Star status. The fact that we have to recycle people, like we're literally bringing Curtis like the third time. I think it's like, yeah, the third time is on Love Island. We have Lucinda basically going to every Love Island branches. She won Love Island Australia, won Love Island Games. Like, girl, it's like a profession at this point. Like the show is literally losing its purpose, you know. So Tommy speaks to Lucinda, Jack also speaks to Lucinda. Does Jack, you don't got a chance with Lucinda. Lucinda, she ain't gonna go for you. He's basically saying like Whitney is full of we broke things off mutually. We. No, it was you. You broke things off. He basically said like he's not into the drama. You know, they've had a few ups and downs. How many ups and downs have you guys had? Anyways, and he's like he's just looking for someone that's exactly like him. Dying Lucinda. Lucinda even asks, "Oh, you don't like that? She into the drama?" Like, have you watched Love Island? Lucinda is the drama. Lucinda is a type, let's be real. Whitney was never her type. He just kind of had nobody that was feeling him, and Millie was with someone else. So it's like, who else can I kind of be a placeholder? And Whitney wasn't one, unfortunately. So we have Whitney right there saying like, "Man broke it up with me because he said I'm the drama, all these things." And he thinking Lucinda's any different. Straight facts. She's speaking facts there. The fact that some people saying that, you know, she's acting jealous. She's speaking facts. Like she was with the guy like just yesterday. Like they were still kind of good yesterday. So, you know, like she can have the say. Leave her alone. She ain't jealous. She's still obviously she's hurt. She's a human being. She likes Jack, so she is kind of hurt. And the fact that she's talking to Lucinda, who is the drama as well. So it's like, do you really like me?